Well, hello, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that. Sparky, that was the North Yard, Union Pacific's North Yard in Denver. And yes, I did ask permission whether or not I could fly the drone. And howdy, everyone. They said yes. So that was an unexpected little bit of fun. I don't know what time you guys came in, but I don't know if you saw them, but they were actually kicking cars, which I had never seen before, but that was really quite interesting. So there was I guess it was a center beam. No, was it a flat car? No, it was an opera car. What do you call it? Those lumber cars. Center beam flat car? Forget. Anyway, you could see it was the brown one. They let it go. They sort of pushed it. They kicked it, and then that was kind of like a natural hump yard. There was a slight incline down, and they just let the car roll, and it was amazing. It was so much fun to watch, and they let me put the drone up, so that was kind of okay. So welcome, everyone. I should say hello to a few people. I do still like to say hello. So I will say hello to Lynn, always the first one in here. Dave Hammer, how are you? Darby Rail Services, thank you for joining. I see who else is here. Adam, you welcome. You were with us in Colorado, so feel free to jump in with any comments, as well as anyone else here who was with us. I'm going to talk about a few things. Ray, welcome. James, good to see you. Mike, Nathan, Ray Ron, who else is here? 39 DJs Cotty, I think I said that right. Jerry is here. Jim is here. CNEI John. Hello, John. Mountain Goat. Hello, how are you, Mountain Goat Models? From Oregon. Sean Rogers, Joe Rader, Sparky 107. Yet again, hello. Dwight Curley, John Garvin, and far too many more people streaming in than I can mention. If I've forgotten you, I will hopefully mention you throughout the broadcast. I see a few other people. Chris Ward came in, and welcome. So as you all know, I start off the broadcast with a couple of important things, one of which is I will tell you that it is crazy here right now. This is where I am. I am in Toronto, and this is what Toronto looks like outside. Happily, I'm inside with a couple of HEPA filters, but even inside, you can smell the smoke. I've been thinking about s'mores for the last 2 days, because every time you go outside, it smells like a bonfire. So we are right in the thick of it, but happily, even though we are right in the thick of it, I'm inside and I'm about to, with your help, pick a beer. So Sparky, Colorado is a wonderful place and you should definitely go. But we will talk more about that in a minute. Right now, I have to go through and figure out what I'm going to drink, because one of the things about having smoke in the air is it kind of gets your throat. Hey, Sydney, welcome. It kind of gets your throat a little sore. So I gotta hydrate, and I've got a bit of a thirst. So let's see, what do we have here? Nothing exciting, actually. I have to say, it's a little disappointed. Everything across the street is fruit beers. Like I think they must have overbought cherries, because there was cherry in everything. So food truck, balance, refreshing, thirst quenching, 4.8%. That's the first one. That's the lagered blonde. Then we've got Henderson's Best, which is an amber ale, moderately hopped, caramel and malt forward, balanced, smooth, and easy drinking at 5.5%, followed by a perennial favorite, Rush. I am drinking these, Ray, at very cold. They just literally came out of the beer fridge. So it's a little warm in here right now, but these were purchased across the street probably about 15, 20 minutes ago, and they were in the bar fridge, and they are super, super, super chill, which makes me happy. So Rush is a Canadian Golden Ale, 5.5% citrus pine, dry, spicy finish. And to end up today, the fourth choice, and by the way, I would be more than happy to drink all of these. Figo, an Italian Pilsner, refreshing, floral, aromatic with a clean finish, coming in also at 5.5%. So I have my Royal Gorge glass right here, and let the voting begin. The band does kick ass, so the beer is very good. So it looks to me like we got to vote for Rush. Let's see. What else do we have? Is anyone else? Rush. All right. Sydney seems to be really eager to go with Rush. Tom says to go with Rush. I probably should play them, but I guess that'll probably get a copyright strike. James thinks I should mix them all. Chris says Rush. Mountain Goat, Rush. We got a couple votes for Best. Best is between Best and Rush. Best. But I think the winner right now, now a couple food. Drink them all. I might end up just like Toronto in a haze. That is a really great idea. All right. I think 27 say Rush. So there you go, Mike. It is going to be Rush. Let me just pour this here. Rush. And don't worry, I will drink them all. But there it is. Rush, Canadian Golden Ale. I believe this is official. Well, I know it's official, but there was some sort of story about the band, and it's not on the can, but you can look it up later. I think I saw a comment go by about sponsorship. While I pour this, Nathan, I think an idea you should get sponsored by a beer company just to have your beer. Yes. Well, maybe the beer company that is closest to me is across the street, and they already make a train beer, the Up Express beer, which I drank last month. So that was on the May broadcast. So maybe I can get them to do something for me. All right, everyone. Cheers. This is the Rush Golden Ale. And as always, it is wonderful. And let's get on with the show. So what is the first thing on the agenda tonight? Oh, yeah, I guess I should probably share this. We have this little thing called a Yahoo. There we go. Whoops. 100 said best. Okay. You guys are just fooling with me now. So we have this little thing called a YouTube meet and greet. Thanks to this guy over here wearing the Chasing Trains shirt, who I believe is lurking on the broadcast. If you say his name 3 times, he usually appears. And a huge thank you to Sparky. As some of you might know, I wasn't planning to attend this because I had just been out the month previous. I don't know. I got another picture of Heath that I will show you in a minute, Ray. Remind me in a minute to show you a picture of Heath. I got to hide the comments. Huge thank you to Sparky. I wasn't going to go out because I had just been out there for the Rocky Mountain Train Show. And boy, oh boy, oh boy, am I glad I did. Because antics ensued. It was so much fun. I want to share a little teeny tiny mini bit of what happened, just because there's some fun things that we saw and did, but I don't want to go too deep into it because there's a lot of great footage out there. When you get a whole bunch of YouTubers getting together for a YouTube meet and greet, a lot of whom are on right now, you have a lot of content. So there's a lot of great content out there that you can watch if you want to go deep on the antics. But you can see some of the characters here, and I will show you some scans I did in a minute of these characters. The beauty of Chasing Trains and going out to the YouTube meet and greet were absolutely, hey, James, welcome. James is right. There were a lot of shenanigans. Welcome. One of the things that I probably don't share enough of uh, are the trains that we saw. So I just want to show you this one because this was one of the catches. And it kind of, look at that. I mean, this is just by the side of the road. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Come on. You know, that was amazing. Actually, I think this wasn't by the side of the road. Believe it or not, I believe we went to a hobby shop that was in someone's house, and I forget the name of it, and someone can chime in if they remember. And they built their house right opposite the UP main line. And they had a backyard and they had this rail viewing area in their backyard. And in the backyard, they also had a hot tub. And these people would sit, not when we were there, obviously, but they would sit in their hot tub and just watch the trains go by. Now, clearly, I'm doing something wrong because that's the way to live. Thank you, Sydney. Whoops, Choo Choo's R Us, the online hobby shop that had a ton of N scale stuff. So if they're N scalers looking for some N scale stuff, that was the place to go. And yeah, I mean, this was just, you know, right in their backyard. I mean, come on, seriously? There was a lot of rail fanning in addition to a lot of antics. Let's see. Oh, yeah. And then I wanted to share this. Here's another picture that I took. I'm in front with my hands on the controls of the drone. And you can see, hopefully you can see a whole bunch of familiar faces there. I won't go through and rhyme out everyone's names. You know who you are, if the guilty parties are there. There's somebody standing in the back. Yeah, James, I was. I have some tumbleweed footage too somewhere. There you go. You are there, Dave. You are there too, James. And so are you, Sydney. Yeah, it does look like he is, doesn't it? So, I mean, a great time was had by everybody. There were trains, model trains, real trains. There was so many things to do. And I did something that I'd always wanted to do. And I'd forgotten about this. I just found this footage. I should have probably put it in the introduction, but I decided I wanted to see what would happen if I put my camera under the tracks. Well, I'll let this clip speak for itself. That's insane. I got to play it again. Like, seriously. Like, I didn't know whether I was going to come out with, whoops, let's go back one. I didn't know if I was going to come back out with a camera or not, but I'm really loving this. So if anybody is modeling the underside of a locomotive and you need some prototypical weathering, yeah, I know, Hector. It's crazy, right? The last thing you see before you don't see anything. So I got pictures of trains from above, from below, and from the side. So, I mean, the rail fanning was just nuts. It was absolutely so much fun. The highlight for me, I think, well, there were so many highlights. I mean, it's impossible to go through a highlight, but I had never seen a big boy before. And I'm not a steam guy, and I'm certainly not a Western US steam guy. I'm a modern, prototypical Canadian current day freight operations guy. So I really didn't know that much about big boys. And on this trip, we saw 3 of the 8 remaining. I think I saw Dave had mentioned earlier, there are 8 of them. And we saw 4004, which is in a park in Cheyenne. We saw 4005, which was in the Forney Museum in Denver. And that was actually my first. You're right, Dave. 4005 was my first. Then 4004 in the park, which was kind of neat because I flew the drone over top of it. So I was able to see, what the top of the details looked like. But obviously, I mean, there is no thrill like the thrill of sitting inside, and operating or operational 4014. And so this was at the Union Pacific Steam Shops in Cheyenne. And it's funny you should mention that, because I really do want to order one. I know that number of manufacturers make them, so I have not researched it, but I think it would be really, really fun to I'll get to that in a minute, Steve. I thought it might be really, really fun to have one in here, and just for display purposes. And of course, there is an engineer that I scanned who will fit in the cab of that quite well. Okay, so it was surreal. And not only was it surreal to sit there, but Ed told me to push a lever. Let's see what happens.
Okay, ready? Okay, everyone, we're firing it up in 3, 2, 1. Boy, that was dramatic. There you go. I'm a natural. Nice. That's all there is to it.
So there you go. So that was kind of fun. It was fun to Ed kept going on. It was fun to actually ring the bell. And it was kind of interesting because what Ed said is he said, just push a little lever. So I just pushed the lever and nothing happened. That's what the delay was. It was like push a lever, and then there was the delay, and then all of a sudden, ding, 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 ding. No, Nathan, I didn't get to blow the whistle. But he did allow me to do the bell. And I guess it must be, I don't know how it worked, but it was just a little sort of flip. It wasn't under steam, but there was steam. I mean, it was spitting. So there must have been something going on. I mean, they must have had certain level of steam in the boiler, because at the front of it, you could hear psst, 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 psst. So it wasn't under steam, Sparky, but there was steam in there because something was sort of hissing and popping and all the rest of it. So it was kind of interesting. So that was a lot of fun. If you want, it's 7:21, and I don't want to go too late tonight. But after this, and coming up very soon, I've got the peanut butter lid challenge, which I probably should have started off by saying 21 minutes ago that that's the point of tonight, is to go through the peanut butter lids, not to go through. You remember like 30, 40 years ago when you go over to someone's house and they'd pull out the slide carousel, or they'd actually pull out like 6 slide carousels, and you'd like sit there for 4 hours and hear, and you'd see every single one of the slides from their trip to Europe. I don't want to do that to you. So I will show you a few little things if you're interested. And good point, Sparky. Cheers. Do you guys want to see some pictures and some video? There are 44 of you. Don't forget, if you're on Facebook, to hit the thumbs up, the like button. Apparently, it's a good thing. Everybody says it. I still don't quite know why. No one has explained to me why you're supposed to smash that like button. But apparently, it's a good thing. All right, Sydney, you want to see some stuff? Oh, not that one. I think Sydney said, heck yes. 3122, my measurements. And thank you, Steve. I appreciate that. And okay, so heck yeah, you want to see some stuff. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, and we're going to see if it works, is I'm going to share my photo library with you. And if you see anything that you're not supposed to see, then you didn't see it, okay? So let's just go to the beginning of the trip, and I will share it with you. I think there's a way to share it. Let's try this. It wouldn't be a mini print stream without some technical difficulties, would it? So let's see what I can do. So I am going to present. I'm going to go to stop screen. I'm going to go to share screen, window. Oh, look at that. I think I can share my photos with you guys. Can you see my photos? All right. So I promised I'd show a picture of. Are you still there, Ray? Are you still on the stream? Let's see. If you are there, I promised I'd show you a picture of Heath. So I found this book. And I thought, you know, that book would be perfect for Heath. So I thought, yeah, Heath might like that. So there you go. So I thought that was kind of fun. Let's go back a bit. Hopefully Ray saw that. We met a gentleman who went rail fanning, and I loved the back of his jacket. It was actually like a vest. So that's pretty cool. Gave me an idea. Let's go back to the beginning. If anyone sees any pictures that they specifically want to see, I'm going to go back. Here's the video of me frolicking in the tumbleweeds that Steve mentioned. And if you want to see what a happy tumbleweed, all right, I will in a minute, Sydney. So here I am.
Look what I found, everyone. It's tumbleweeds. Yahoo! They're actually really cool.
Yeah, I got a little tumbleweed problem. I'll admit it. Admitting it's the first step. Adam Cruz, who I believe is here, showed me a picture. It's not my picture. It's not Adam's picture, but it's a picture of what happens when tumbleweeds jumble around together. It's pretty neat. All right, let me see what else we got here. We've got all sorts of fun stuff. We've got, oh, this was cool. This was at the Colorado Railroad Museum. Just amazing stuff. I love this picture. I think this would be a really good t-shirt. Cleaned, oiled, tested, and then your birthday. These are some of the things at the Colorado Model Railroad Museum. Not model, sorry, the Colorado Railroad Museum. I like going in for the little details because, you know, mini prints, right? I love 44 tonners. Absolutely love them. And they had a 44 tonner or a 50 tonner or whatever. Come on. Is it just me, or is that completely and utterly awesome? All right, let's see what else we got here. You've seen the pictures of everybody on the SD40. All right, here I am. So the reason I took this picture, other than for blackmail purposes, is I actually have like one of those horsey rides. So Mini Prints offers like a coin-operated horse ride. So I think I will put this picture on the listing eventually of the coin-operated horse ride. Let's go back and see if there's some more antics that I can share with you. Lots of big, oh yeah, this was kind of cool. I'd never seen this before. What's going on? All right. Looks like we're not gonna, oh, it's thinking. These, anyway, these are pictures of prairie dogs. I had literally never seen a prairie dog colony before. And oh, here we go. Check this out. So they're really, really cute, but apparently they carry bubonic plague. So Jennifer was telling me that they're pretty evil. That was outside of a Sam's Club, believe it or not. And there was a colony of thousands of them. So it would be remiss of me not to mention this person. I'm sure everybody here knows. Yes, Sydney, it is true. Tumbleweeds and prairie dogs. I got lots of problems. Ask my wife. This was kind of fun. So we were at Michelle's house on I guess it was probably the Thursday. And the mailman showed up, and her Mini Prints of the Month Club actually was handed to her by the mailman in front of me, which is really funny because I actually just placed it in the mail a couple days before I left. So that's the first time I've ever seen a mini print on both ends of the delivery. So that was kind of fun. Oh, here's the picture that Adam Cruz. Adam, are you still on? I will out people that leave. This is the picture that Adam shared with me. This is not his picture, not my picture, but this is a picture of what happens when tumbleweeds accumulate and they become gigantic tumbleweeds, and they are blocking the main line. That's, I believe, the UP main line, and they just tumble into a place that they can't tumble anymore, and they have to bring in excavators to dig them out, which I kind of think is quite fascinating. All right. I'm going to do a couple more pictures, then I'm going to get on with the show because I don't want to bore people. One of the things that I did, which was really fun, I really enjoyed, is I met a customer. So I went to the Sherman Hill Model Railroad Club in Cheyenne. And this is Jared, a Mini Prints customer, and he showed me all of the mini prints on the layout, and we got to play with the layout and explore, and it was absolutely fantastic. It was really fun to get out of the studio and actually see things that are out there. And here, Sherman Hill Annual Model Railroad Show. And it was a great layout. It really was. It was a fantastic layout. Here is the aforementioned Mr. Adam Cruz. And if you're not sticking around, then I'm going to publicly embarrass you. So there you go. I met more than a few customers, Steve, actually. Let's see. Union Pacific Steam Shops. All of this stuff is on my YouTube channel. This was pretty funny. Check this out. This is Ed Dickens. Ed is the head of the UP STEAM program and the engineer who drives 4014. And he was hamming it up because I was sticking a camera in his face. So let's see what he has to say.
Can I have your attention, please? We would like all people from Canada to come over here and shake my hand. Thank you very much. Thank you for visiting America.
He's a great guy. He really is. And I mean, we got to see the Steam Shop. Hello, Gerald. How are you? I mean, photos like this, you know, it's just quite amazing. You see these things, and you know, this is not my era or my modeling interest, but it is a piece of history. And I mean, it is beautiful, beautiful equipment, just absolutely stunning. So let's see, a couple of other things. What else? Oh, this was kind of fun, just to give you a sense of what we were up to. So check this out. I think, let's see if I can play this video. Burrito. Awesome. So this is the restaurant. These are YouTubers, model railroaders. Say hi. Yo. Yo. Hey, Sparky. Yo. And we look out the window. Train. And burrito. There you go. Train and burrito. Oh, horse. No, you don't need to see that. Well, actually, you can't see that. There's my wife's horse. Let's see what we got going on here.
Hey, buddy. Can we pick up any of this mud for Daddy to see?
All right. That's a horse thing, a muddy horse. So we rode the Georgetown Loop, which was kind of cool. I got to look inside the locomotive as they were repairing it, which was kind of interesting. I really know nothing about steam. Absolutely nothing about steam whatsoever. I had a really cool little selfie stick with me that took totally freaky 3D pictures. So I was sort of doing some panoramas, which was kind of fun for me to sort of play around with. You guys saw a lot of the drone photography. Made a bunch of new friends, which really is the point of this whole thing. And that's about it. So there you go. There's the trip, and here I am. So let's finish this second segment up, and then we're going to go on to the peanut butter lid challenge. The other thing I wanted to mention, whoops, let me do this, and then let me go back and present the screen. Bear with me for a second. Share screen. I saw the best HO scale layout I have ever seen in my entire life. And it belonged to a gentleman named John Parker. And I have a video about it, which I will share with everybody. And I should have probably invited him on to be the modeler of the month. But I don't want to show too many pictures of his layout because I really didn't do it justice. And I know that John Abaticola of THD Multimedia is going to do a full layout tour in far better detail. Hang on, the rail cam is making noise in the background here. There we go. I know that John Abaticola is going to do a much better job than I could ever do on a layout tour. But I was thinking that maybe I will ask John Parker to see if he wanted to come on next month as my modeler of the month and share his layout because it was absolutely fantastic. All right, Heath, I will start over. I'm 35 minutes in, but I'm very happy to begin the show all over again, specifically for you, and show you all the embarrassing photos that I've shown everyone of you so far. Or the other thing you could do is just watch this on repeat, which kind of segues beautifully into my next slide, which is I cannot cover everything that happened over the course of 4 days in 30 minutes, nor would I want to, nor would you want me to. But it's all on the Miniprints YouTube page. So if you go to the YouTube page for Miniprints, you will see a section called Miniprints in the News, and you will see a 41-minute video live from John Parker's BNSF Fall River Division. You'll see antics from the Georgetown Loop. You'll see my live broadcast from the Union Pacific Steam Shops. And you'll even see live from the Colorado Railroad Museum. So if you would like to see more antics, and there are so many more antics, absolutely, by all means, feel free to peruse hours and hours of the video content out there, which brings me to some of the scans I did. And I think I did 14 scans, perhaps. And you can see some of the people here that were scanned. They're all up on the miniprints.com mini-me page. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a heck of a lot of fun. I think some of the people on this broadcast will recognize themselves there. And it was a very successful and very fun scanning session. Speaking of which, if you would like to get scanned, I am going to be at the St. Louis RPM on July 28th and 29th. And I'm also attending the NMRA National in Grapevine, Texas. Is anyone going to be there? Is anyone planning on attending either of these shows? that would be awesome. I would love to scan you. I would love to meet you, even, you know, if you don't want to get scanned, it would be great to meet. Meeting people, meeting, you know, other rail fans, other modelers, mini print customers. It's always a lot of fun. And oh my goodness, Robert, are we going to finally get to meet? That would be exciting. And I've got a story for you, Robert. So my neighbor, I'm going to digress for a minute. My neighbor next door, Laura, the potter, who I scanned as the close to the edge figure who's sitting on the edge. Do I have her kicking around? She's around somewhere. Anyway, she's moving out, and I've just put a bid on for her space next door. It's tiny. It's 6 feet by 16 feet. And I'm definitely looking forward to it as well. But if I get that, what I'm kind of thinking is that I'm going to take the modules out of here, and I'm going to just take that space, take a page out of Heath's book, and maybe I will build the layout in the 6 by 16 space. And I already have a few thoughts about how I would use that space. So stay tuned. I don't know yet whether or not I will get the space. But if I do, I'll do a Heath, and I'll have a tiny little room next door to the Mini Prints World Headquarters, otherwise known as Miniature Printerland, and that will become the layout room. So we'll see. We might have to, yeah, exactly. These comments need to go. We might need to work on updating the design, and I'm thinking 2-foot modules, and 1 foot down the side. So I'll share that all with you if and when we get a dedicated layout space. So bottom line, I'd love to meet you. If you're going to be in St. Louis or Texas, absolutely 100%. We need to get together and go rail fanning and have some fun. Oh, gee, I always do that. Sorry, I put my thing to sleep. Hopefully you can still see me. Oh, right. Shoot. I got to do something here for a minute. We're almost at peanut butter lid time. I promise. Let me just share my screen again. I've got some stickers to open. I love it when people send me stickers. And I got some stickers from Dwight Curley. I have not opened this yet. Dwight, are you still here? I hope you're here. I can see who drops out. Thank you, Minnie. Well, you're welcome. Awesome. I got a Curly Express sticker. Thank you so much. Yes. Thank you. That's an awesome sticker. I cannot wait to put it on the fascia. Thank you. Who else? I have something here from a gentleman named Go Via. Whoops, wrong one. Go Via or Go Home. I'm going to open your mail online live. Hopefully, Chris, you are still here. Let's see what you sent me. All right. I do love getting stickers. Oh gosh, come on. Look at this. A big thanks to Bernard for all the support over the years. You have come to show us that all great things come in little packages. Keep up the great work. Go Via or Go Home. That is awesome. Thank you. And, oh, cool. Look at that. That is a really nice sticker. And, oh, I love it. Jivo After Dark. And last but not least, and by all means, I will put the address up in a minute. If you've got stickers, send them to me. This is from Joe Parker at the Pixel Depot. And I subscribe to his Patreon, which I will talk about in a minute. And I'm one of the first 25 supporters of the Pixel Depot. If you haven't checked out the Pixel Depot, awesome channel. As are all the other ones that I mentioned here. So thank you, gentlemen. I do appreciate that. I will actually, Lynn, that's a great, I will put it on my Facebook page. How about that? I can't sort of spin around right now because it's over that way around the corner, but I will definitely share that. Okay, so if you would like to send me a sticker, and I know you would, and you should, Mini Prints, 163 Sterling Road, Unit 12C, Toronto, Ontario, Canada, M6R 02B2. So are we at peanut butter lid time yet? My God. Oh, we're not. What's new? Mini prints, all sorts of new mini prints. Canada geese feeding, little tiny 4x6 layout, all sorts of stuff. Just check it out online. You didn't come here to see what's new. Well, maybe you did. Oh, right. Shoot, I forgot. This is actually important. So when I was at the Rocky Mountain Train Show, I bumped into Larry, who makes model railroad pins. And I thought, you know, it'd be really cool to get like a mini prints pin made. And so, how do I go back here? Here we go. Oh, bear with me. I made pins. So if you would like, it's like an enamel pin, like a hat pin or a lapel pin. If you would like your very own mini prints pin, you have two options. Well, three options. Option one, come to one of the shows that I showed earlier, St. Louis or NMRA, and I will give one to you. That's option one. Option two, they're available for $5 on the website, or the best option, I will give you one for free with every order placed until Sunday. So every order, well, actually, technically, every order over $20 at miniprints.com between now and Sunday, June 11th, gets a free pin included. So if you would like a mini prints pin, there you go. Three options on how to get one. And yeah, I kind of like my pins. They're kind of cool. I like them. Are we at peanut butter yet? Oh my God. Yes. Oh my gosh, we're at peanut butter. Holy moly. 45 minutes. Well, how about that? Took me 45 minutes to get to the peanut butter lids, but let's take a look at peanut butter lid entries. So there were, I thought there were 14 entries, but I was mistaken. There were 13 entries. All 13 are eligible for a random draw of a $50 mini prints gift certificate. And let's take a look at them. It's PBL time. Sorry, guys. Kind of took a while to get there, but hopefully it'll be worth the wait. Entry number one, and this is alphabetical by first name. So that's the rhyme or reason. So this was the spring peanut butter lid challenge. The deadline, I believe, was Mother's Day, which was like May 12th-ish or something like that. I'm doing one per quarter. So January, February, March, April, May, June. The next one, July, August. The next one will be for September. Okay, Sparky, thank you. I need to figure out a way of, where can I put my face so that it's not in the way? Let's try this. Hang on. Will this work? Yeah, it's better. All right. So Mr. Bob Morrison, I call it Spring Has Sprung. The mini prints are S scale. The mini me Stan is tending to the spring garden. It is mini layout, Sydney. I thought that was really clever. I mean, when I say a spring theme, I guess I don't literally mean a spring theme, but maybe I do literally mean a spring theme. So entry number one, Bob. Entry number two, Chris. This one really kind of blew me away. It's spring, so it's time to get out rail fanning. And I mean, this is clever. This is very clever. So the rail is horizontal. He shaved down so it looks like it's a trestle. I mean, this is really, it is a cool idea, isn't it, Sean? I really like this one. This was, I mean, they're all great. Don't get me wrong. They're all absolutely fantastic. But come on. This is really creative. You know, thank you guys for doing this. I really love this. This is why I make mini prints, because it's fun to see stuff like this. So thank you, Chris. Okay, entry number 3. Mountain Goat Greg. Hopefully you are still here. Greg Baker. This is officially the award for the tallest peanut butter lid entry ever. That tree is absolutely spectacular. I believe that Mountain Goat Greg has a video on making this tree. You made a video, didn't you? Mountain Goat Greg, if you are not a fan or a member of the channel, check him out. This is probably one of the most realistic trees I've ever seen. And my guess is that it's at least a foot tall. So props on this one. And definitely the tree took my breath away on this. So very nice entry. I know everybody's like, wow. I know. It is nicely photographed too, isn't it? Yeah, Greg is a master. Greg does really, really nice scenery work. Actually, Greg, you should be a modeler of the month. Will you? Okay, so Greg is saying it's on Trainmasters TV. Hey, Greg, do you want to be my modeler of the month next month or the month after if John Parker is next month? You heard it here first. I want you. Okay. Let's see who's next. Okay, Jennifer. I don't know whether did I see Jennifer on tonight? I don't think I did. The 2 jackrabbits are horrified to see the 3 bears eating the rattlesnake in a defensive posture just in case the bear needs more food for dessert. What I loved about this is that Jennifer actually photographed her peanut butter lid outside. I think it's just so clever. Great use of color and vegetation, and super gory, which is always a bonus point. Jerry, who I saw earlier, definitely here has got the perps happening, and it looks like there's a bit of a smash up going on here. So gotta love that. I think that's the Rapido. Was it a Plymouth or a Chrysler? I love it. It's so cool. It's just absolutely fantastic. Those police and perps were a special order that I did with OVR Trains, Otter Valley. And I produced a set of them in HO scale that is uniquely available through them. But I think the thing that I love most about this is the broken pole. It's just clever. Very good work. Lynn, come on. Okay, this is the first time that anyone has ever actually flipped the lid. So I think this is fantastic. So I'm going to try and read it. The mini print Mother's Day Express. Seems Heath from Human City, and Sparky from Sparky 107 have decided to not only take a train ride, but run the train. Couple mini print rabbits watch the train as a mini print figure peers over the edge just to see where the boys are going. and I don't know whether you can see, but they're right here in the train. It is super clever, isn't it? It's just fantastic. All right, take care, 39 DJs. Anyway, sorry. Thanks. Watch the rest on replay because we got lots of great entries. I think, this is just great, clever, brilliant, fun work. I love it. Michelle, who I have not seen on, but I'm sure she is running a board meeting or super busy, put this in. Perfect spring scene. little garden gnome and some of the folding lawn chairs. Very zen. I know, it is so much fun, isn't it, Steve? Like, it really is. Like, I love these peanut butter lid challenges. I don't know whether I'm allowed to love my own peanut butter lid challenge, but you know what? I'm so happy we're doing this. And thank you, everyone, for entering. So that's Michelle's entry. Nathan, who I saw earlier, decided to make another turntable, and he's got a video on this. This time it's a mini prints turntable, and he put the mini prints graphic on it. And apparently I am the engineer of the diesel engine. So thank you so much, Nathan. You can go and look on YouTube. I think on a previous broadcast, I showed the YouTube video spinning around of the turntable. I don't know how you do it, but well, there's a video on how you do it. It's super cool. Nissy. I didn't see Nissy tonight. Nissy J, my scene takes place in Missouri, where Canadian National runs through frequently. Spring has sprung, and Mr. Nissy is very eager to try out his new kayak. Lucky for him, there's a spot not too far from his job to do just that on his lunch break. With the spring thaw in full force, the water level is at an all-time high, and it affords Mr. Nissy a fantastic rail fanning experience. And the cool thing about this is that when we were on the Royal Gorge route, which ran along a river, there were kayakers kayaking alongside. So totally prototypical and really cool. Richard used the Mini Prints ATV and S scale with a scratch-built rifle case attached, amputated the rider's head so he could turn it a little to the left for a conversation with the marmot. And I guess the marmots are hidden sort of over here in the middle. There are 3 of the groundhogs checking out the ATV and a woodpecker observing from the tree above, designed as a stay-the-trail conversation piece for his Forest Service office in Colorado, which is really cool. It's kind of neat that they made it into like an actual, like really functional piece. And I like the labels along there. Rick Bailey, Spark, Heathy, and Rick. Sparky, Heathy, and Ricky are all out rail fanning. Rick missed the train because he had to water the flowers. It's kind of interesting because they're sort of like, it's interesting the way people are sort of thinking, you know, like, you know, the nose of a locomotive kind of made an appearance with Lynn's, and here it's, and then the one before that, there was a tree, and it's kind of cool. Like we get like these themes appearing. I love it. And I think this might be the last one. I think this might be the 13th. Steve Moskin. What did we learn at the waterfront? Wife, make sure the husband's body is assumed room temperature before trying to dispose of it. Okay. Husband, happy wife equals longer life. Well, yes. Please see. Hey, there we go. Perfect timing. My wife just came in on that one. How long have you been lurking, dear? Yeah, you really did come in at the right point. I showed a picture of your horse eating grass earlier. It just kind of snuck in. So yeah, there you go. Happy wife equals longer life. And innocent bystander. The fortune teller was right. I met my future wife at the waterfront. So my wife just got back from the barn where she was visiting with her horse. So welcome, dear. I hope you had a good visit with your horse. So there we go. I think, let me just double check. Oh, one more. Tom Brown. And this one was really interesting because check this out. Another Sasquatch tree makes it in. So talk about themes. So Tom Brown is our final entry. Everyone, adults, we're in for it now. What? So they're all great. They really are. So what I'm going to do, is that it? Let me just double check that that's the 13th and final one. All right. So what I'll do, there are 13 entries. I will go to a random number generator, random number generator on, here we go. Minimum 1, maximum 13. And I will click generate. 13 is the winner. Holy moly. Okay. That's weird. All right. Tom Brown. Congratulations. That's bizarre. It came up with minimum 1, maximum 13. The winner's 13. That's Tom Brown. I don't know whether you were lurking in the background, but congratulations. And congratulations really goes to everybody who took a part, and they are all great. So let's wrap this puppy up. Oh, Tom, congratulations. You are here. Fantastic. Well, congratulations. I will send you an email with your gift certificate. And Jared, you're here too. Welcome. I hope you were here earlier. I was chatting about how much fun I had at the Sherman Hill Club. And the next one, Sydney, will be, I think, September. I'm off to the NMRA in Texas in late August. So I think we should probably make the next deadline maybe Labor Day. I think September makes sense. And then people have got a lot of time to work on it. And then we'll do the next one after September. We'll do a Christmas one around December. So the goal is to do one every 3 months. And that seems to be working out well. So, really? Do I go too fast, Heath? There's just so much to talk about. I'll take a break. I know, it's hard to keep up. Life's short, I got to pack it all in. But I'll try and breathe. So, 2 new things that I need to share with you. I started a Facebook group. So I'd always had a Facebook page. Sparky, I'm done. I talk fast and I drink fast too. Yeah, here's the thing. It's 8 o'clock. I'm kind of respectful of everyone's time. I know you don't want to spend all night with me. I know there are other people that come on after me. So I try and keep it to about an hour. Having said that, I never know how long it's going to go because we have so much fun and, we get carried away. But I digress. So, 2 new things. Mini Prints Modelers is a group. I had a page on Facebook. What I realized is that it's hard for other people to post content to a page. So a page was very good for me to deliver a Mini Prints message, but I really want Mini Prints to be an area where people share their work. So it's a lot easier for you to share your work on a group than a page. So what I'm trying to say here is if you are not a member of the Mini Prints Modelers group, please, by all means, if you would like to join the group and post as much content as you would like, mini prints, anything modeling related. There are rules, I will moderate. I have to approve things for the beginning. We're up to about 400 or 500 people. I want it to be a fun, safe zone. No politics, no religion, no sex, no drugs. All right, maybe some rock and roll. But have fun. It's sort of a sandbox and a playground, whereas the page is more, the page. So Mini Prints Modelers, I invite you absolutely to... It's true. It is true. That's why things with Heath just move too slow. Things with me just move too fast. Join the group. The other thing is I hit 900 subscribers on YouTube. If you have not subscribed, please do. When I hit 1,000, I will do a 20% off sale off of everything on miniprints.com. I'm not exactly sure why I want to get to 1,000 because my watch hours are far less than the 4,000 that I need. But according to Sparky, I'm at 927. So it's just a fun goal. Get me to 1,000. And as a thank you, I will run a big sale. And finally, and yes, I believe we are at the final stage. I have a question for you. Yeah, I know. So close, Sydney. Do I want to start a Patreon? The short answer is I don't know. So everybody seems to be going on Patreon, and I'm not a YouTuber, and I don't plan to be a YouTuber in terms of I come to you live once a month. I post silly, fun things in between that once a month. I don't see myself generating content on a regular basis. However, I do have the Mini Prints of the Month Club, which is $29.95 postage included. And it's great. It's a great group of really motivated, excited. You know, it's the inner circle. It's the people that are sort of the Mini Prints fans, and for $30 a month, they get all the cool stuff and they get it all first. I'm thinking of starting a Patreon at a much lower price point, like $5 a month, $10 a month, something, much less. But I don't want to do it just for the sake of doing it. I would only do it if I could deliver things that were of value and interest that people wanted. And no, I'm not going to put the scans up for sale. So, you're not getting STLs, unfortunately. But are there things that I could offer you? And is there an appetite for a Mini Prints Patreon? I don't know. It's something I've been thinking about. Everybody seems to have it. Maybe I've just got Patreon envy. But if anybody has any thoughts on Patreon, the good, the bad, if you would like to contribute, $5 a month, I don't know. I'm thinking out loud here. So if anybody has thoughts on it, experience with it, or would like to see, something from Mini Prints at a lower price point than the Mini Prints monthly on a regular recurring basis, I'm open to that conversation. And I'm very interested in your thoughts, as I'm also interested in your thoughts about what you would like to see on a monthly basis in the Mini Prints Monthly Live. So with that, I think we're at the final slide, which is as usual, or as always, I invite you to follow on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, where I will be posting all sorts of new content. There is something right here that I will be listing, not this Friday, but next Friday, the 16th, that will blow your mind. I can't show it to you because the Mini Prints of the Month Club are getting it first. And it is going out. Mini Prints of the Month Club will probably go out Monday, Tuesday of this coming week, so next week, early in the week. And I will list this on Friday the 16th. I'm not going to give too many hints other than if you watch the Colorado Model Railroad Museum videos, you will see it in action. And that is the only hint I will give. But it's the best mini print I think we've ever produced. It's the one that I am most excited about. And Mountain Goat, you will see it before anyone else because it will go out on, let's say, Tuesday the 13th, and you should probably have it by, well, you should have it by Friday the 16th. So with that, thank you. Thank you so much for joining. I will go full screen. And with all that, we didn't really go too much over. I did talk fast, didn't I? Oh, you're welcome, Jared. I'm glad your order arrived. I am using a new mail service that has cut my shipping down from 2 weeks to 4 days. So I'm really impressed with, it used to take, I'll show you a little trick. I'm sending everything out USPS first class mail. It allows me to get stuff from here to there much, much, much faster. So that seems to be working out really well. And you're welcome for the extras. Thank you for the lovely visit with your layout. That was so much appreciated. So that's really about it. I'm always interested in what people would like to see in the way of mini prints. I'm always interested in what people would like to see on these, roughly 1 hour live broadcasts. And I'm super interested in if people think Patreon is something of interest. And if that's the case, I think I'm well overdue for a visit to New York City, Heath. And there is a train that goes from Toronto to New York called the Maple Leaf. And interestingly, believe it or not to go on too long, there was an Amtrak train sitting on the tracks not far from here last week. So Amtrak does come into Union Station in Toronto, which means they must go back your way. So I don't know, maybe I need to hop on a train and come visit you. How's that sound? Oops. All right. Sydney, I'm going to give you the last comment of the night. Not only do you want more tumbleweeds, I want more tumbleweeds. And with that, I will say good night, everybody. I hope everyone enjoyed it. And I will come to you live again on, oh God, I can't believe I'm saying July. Wednesday, July 5th. The 5th of July on Wednesday, 7 p.m. is the next Mini Prints of the Month live broadcast. And thank you. Thank you for joining. Good night, everybody. I've got 3 more beers to drink over there. All right. Good night. Bye, everybody. See ya.